Yo people, welcome back to another review. This time it's WWE Night of Champions, and for me this event was a bit off. For me, in terms of the wrestling and the storylines, it was just a bit lackluster. I think they could have done more in some cases, and for other, it was just a waste of time and there was unnecessary things or spots happening just for the sake of it, for a quick pop, and overall they could have been a lot more efficient with the time. So let's start with Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes, two of the pioneers from this gratitude era that we're in, and this match started off very badly. Randy Orton decided to do the cringe overselling for simple stuff like simple punches from Cody, and it was very clear he was trying to make Cody look as good as possible, as strong as possible, but as soon as it was his turn to dominate, the match really livened up and started to pick up. He started doing more and more heel moves, ultimately losing to his own heel move, which in my opinion is stupid. This is like the third time in about a year where Cody Rhodes has won in a way where it's kind of heelish, kind of shameless, and they tried to flirt with maybe him turning heel or not being ashamed to win in a specific way, in a way that a face wouldn't win in, and it leads to nothing. The other examples that I can remember was the match versus Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble and the match versus AJ Styles. As for this match, it was always going to be a Cody Rhodes win, and as I said in my prediction video, it's getting boring now. He's being booked to win basically every event possible, and for me, when he faces a bit of adversity, it's kind of irrelevant because I already know he's going to end up winning the next big thing and go back into the main event picture immediately. A back-to-back Royal Rumble winner, he's won King of the Ring, he won that champion versus champion match versus Gunther where Gunther even glazed him at the end and shook his hand even though Gunther's meant to be a heel. All I'm saying is if Hitler had this amount of PR that Cody Rhodes does and the amount of glazing that Cody Rhodes gets given by Randy Orton, by Triple H and all these people, I'm telling you right now, if Hitler had that power, we'd all be Nazis right now. But yeah, overall the match was entertaining after that bad start, and Cody Rhodes will face John Cena at Summerslam as predicted. The next match was another extremely protected talent by the name of Rhea Ripley, and she faced Raquel Rodriguez, and as usual Rhea Ripley has to win because she's allergic to losing, she's allergic to getting pinned, and if she ever does get pinned or lose a match, she gets a title opportunity whenever she wants, so it's all irrelevant. I see a lot of these Rhea Ripley fans or the goons, they say that, oh, but this is how top stars are meant to be booked, they're meant to win all the time, these people are stupid and they must be new to the company. I saw a stat that said, since 2023, Rhea Ripley has lost less matches than Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns and Charlotte Flair, which in and of itself goes against the whole, oh, but this is how you book a star. I predicted that Raquel Rodriguez would win this match because of Roxanne Perez, so that you make Rhea Ripley still look strong, and it looked like, oh, she only lost because it was a 2v1. But nope, Super Rhea Ripley, she has to win, even if it's a 2 versus 1, even when she was having a 50-50 match, while Raquel Rodriguez was gaining a lot of good momentum, a lot of natural momentum as well with the crowd. After this loss, I don't know how the crowd will react to Raquel, because we know the fans are very fickle. I hope it doesn't cost her any momentum. Rhea Ripley, she didn't even need this win. If Rhea would have lost, this would have been the first time she would have faced any adversity in about a year or so. Also, if she loses, she can literally just go post another picture of her ass or another mirror selfie, and she'll gain a lot of momentum and a lot more popularity with the people that watch her matches and watch her promos with one hand down their trousers. As for the match itself, it was actually a pretty good match and probably one of the best of the night. And like I said, Rhea is a good wrestler, there's no doubt about that. But she's being booked like the big dog Roman Reigns and no one says anything about it. The next match was Sami Zayn versus Carryan Cross. This was the throwaway match and pretty irrelevant. Sami Zayn won and that was the only way this should have gone. Carryan Cross is miles off it in ring. Sometimes it felt like Sami's whole flow and pace lost itself from its usual momentum because Carryan Cross is so slow. I personally never got sucked into that whole Carryan Cross hype. I personally don't understand it, but hopefully after this match, people saw why he is where he is on the roster. Next up was Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu, and this match was one that I was looking forward to in particular, and I can't lie, it was kind of lackluster. The match felt really slow, really dramatized, with Solo repeating the same few lines like, I loved you Jacob, you're making a mistake, all of that stuff, and as predicted, we would see the return of one of the Tongas or a new Bloodline member, and in the end they gave us both. This new member looks like the real deal. I've never seen him wrestle, I don't know anything about him, but his height, his energy, it feels like we finally have a serious threat again and someone that can really help out Solo apart from Jacob in the past. I believe his name is Tala Tonga, I'm not too sure, that's just what I've seen. And as much as I prefer Jacob Fatu over Solo Sikoa as a wrestler, There's no denying that the work that Solo has been putting in since he got left out of the WrestleMania 41 card has actually been really good. He's actually been evolving his character, and this is the best we've seen Solo as a singles competitor. He's got so much charisma. He knows how to make people laugh, how to entertain them. He's good in ring in terms of storytelling, in terms of feeding off the crowd and their energy, and he's really learned a lot from all those losses he's taken from Roman Reigns as well, from the Usos, Paul Heyman. It's nice to just see all of this hard work finally pay off. Next was Jade Cargill versus Asuka, and I had fully convinced myself of Asuka versus Io Sky based off the promos they've had and based off the matches that both of these characters have had. I think Asuka deserved it a lot more, but I guess we're in the Jade Cargill push era. Asuka actually had better matches all round in the tournament. She's had better promos even though she hasn't had that many, and Asuka in this match was actually making it lively and entertaining. But yeah, I think it's concerning for Jade Cargill that she's had matches with Roxanne Perez and Asuka, two wrestlers that we know are established, they're good in ring, and both of those matches have been bad. Last but not least, CM Punk versus John Cena, and this match was actually a lot better than what I thought it would be. Cena looks a lot better in ring by himself. He looks like he's finally sharpened up. CM Punk as well, he looks less rusty. They both actually gave a really good match. And we got to see more of the whole storytelling where John Cena feels conflicted. He dropped the belt, he didn't use the belt to win. He was showing glimpses of his face turn, where I think it will fully happen at SummerSlam, but not with the Cody Rhodes heel turn as many people think. I'll have a new video about that next week, so stay tuned for that. As for this match, it definitely was good all round. It wasn't as dry as like the WrestleMania 41 match with Cody Rhodes, and it became even more interesting when Seth Rollins joined. It is getting a bit annoying that Triple H doesn't know how to book the wrestlers that have the briefcase and is basically resorting to having both male and female Money in the Bank winners come out all the time, and if it's not trying to interfere with a match, then it's the same promos from both Seth Rollins and Naomi. They talk about, oh, I can strike whenever, I can do whatever I want, I can win whenever I want, when you least expect it, I'm going to cash in, blah, 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 all that stuff. But yeah, the ending of the match was really good, seeing Penta, Sami Zayn, everyone have a brawl. And yeah, good win for Cena, heel, sneaky win, and we'll be getting Cena versus Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, where I do think we will see something massive at the end of that match, and I will give my prediction in that video for next week. But yeah, as always, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What did you make of this show? What did you make of the particular outcomes? What would you have liked to have seen? I'd also appreciate if you could leave a like on the video, sub to the channel, and thank you for your time.